Hi guys, welcome to the UI guy. In last video we had covered up to the introduction section. Today we'll get started with the JavaScript fundamentals. So we can say that officially the JavaScript is starting from this video, right? So today in this video we'll cover the 2.1, which is the hello world of it. So let's open this one, hello world. Similarly, I have also highlighted few sections those I thought important and those I thought that I should be discussing with you. So hello world. So hello, what is hello world? Hello world is the beginning of any programming language. If you are starting with any programming language, you just to write the basic syntax of it, we call it as hello world. So let's get started with this one. So this part of the tutorial is about the core JavaScript, the language itself. So about the language itself, we'll get started. But we need a working environment to run our script. So if you are using Java, Python, anything, so you need an environment. We call is as the so you need to install something. For example, if you are trying to run Java, you need JDK, right? So all those things. Similarly, to run the JavaScript code, we need an environment for itself to run our scripts. When we are saying scripts, it essentially means that we are referring to JavaScript. And since this book is online, I mean the book we are studying right now, which is from Javascript.info, since it is online, the browser is a good choice. So it is saying that we can run this code on our browser itself because we know that our browser can also run JavaScript. Mostly the main purpose is initially was to run JavaScript on the browser only. Later we introduced that it can run in machines everywhere. Node.js came and everything happened. But initially JavaScript was designed for web or the browsers that we all know. We'll keep the amount of browser specific command like alert to minimum. So what is saying that? So as now we know that JavaScript we can run be it in the browser, we can run it in the operating system somewhere with the Node.js and all those things we can do. But there are some platform specific command. For example, we have this command of alert. That alert runs only on browser. In a Node.js application, you cannot write alert. So it is saying that we'll keep those browser specific commands where it is more of like a browser. It works only on browser. So we'll not use them or we'll try to limit them, right? Then coming to the script tag. So if we are using it in a browser, so how we execute a JavaScript? So for that we need a script tag. So let's say I'll probably create a new file just to explain it. I'll say text file. Okay, maybe I should do something index. Just a second. Okay, HTML. So it will be better to explain you. I'll create a boilerplate. So this is a HTML boilerplate. So it is saying that to run a JavaScript code, how we can run it. It is not just HTML, right? So to run a JavaScript code, we need a script tag. So inside the script tag only, we can run JavaScript, right? So that's what it is saying. The JavaScript programs can be inserted almost anywhere in HTML document. You can insert it anywhere. Let's say here I have h1 tag, right? Hello, and let's say here I have some h5 tag. Let's say with bye. So I inserted this tag in the middle of it. That is also fine. Usually the best practice is different, but it will run. So we can insert that HTML tag anywhere in the document using the script tag. And inside that, inside this block with the script start and script end, we can write JavaScript here. So the basic browser feature that we have JavaScript, let's say we'll write a alert, right? Alert. What it will show is it will show just a alert. Hello, right? So it is also mentioning the same thing, and here we can run this one. If this is the complete code, if I'll click on this button to run this one, it is saying hello world, and where this is coming from, this is coming from this hello world, right? So you can see this before script here executed, then the script tag, then the after script. You can run this code by clicking the play button that we already did. Then coming to the next part, which is the modern markup. Okay, so it is saying that in old or in HTML4 when it was not HTML5, currently we are using HTML5. So please keep this in mind because sometimes interviewer also ask this, like what is the basic difference between HTML4 and HTML5? How you write a script tag in HTML4 the earlier days, and what is the difference or what is that thing that changed in HTML5? So in HTML4 earlier we in the startup script we are writing a type. You can see this one, but here we are not writing that because it is HTML5 document. We don't need it now. But earlier, when there was HTML4, we used to have this thing where we mentioned type. So usually earlier we mentioned type, and then we used to write that it is either a text or JavaScript, right? So this is how in the earlier days it was written, but you don't need to write like this. You can just write a script tag and it is perfectly fine because this is HTML5 document. So that's what it is saying, that in HTML4 it was there and it is not required anymore. Okay, then what it is saying that our comments before the JavaScript is ancient type, nothing much. Then external script. So as we mentioned that here, now the JavaScript in a code, this is the JavaScript code here, and it gets executed between a script start and script end. But there is another way we can create a JavaScript file. Let's say I'll create a new document probably here. So because I don't selected any folder, that's why it is happening. Let me just have a folder js, and I'll open that folder. Don't save. Okay, so it is a folder. So now probably I will create a index.html with the same thing that I had, and I'll have a script tag, and inside that I had an alert of, let's say, hello world. So this is what we have done. So now apart from that, it is saying that now this which is JavaScript, this line is JavaScript here. Apart from this, we can also create another external file. There we can keep the JavaScript and we can load it here. For example, I can say, for example, script.js, right? And I can now refer to that script from this tag. How? That is saying that you can write a src tag. I'll copy this one just to show you. So here in script you can write a path like this, and just keep in mind this, there is an interesting thing over here. Now in the script tag you are saying that I have a script over here. For example, I have a path. I'll correct this one for me. So for me it is in the home folder only, so the backslash script.js. And now I'm saying the script tag that you load the JavaScript from this external file, but again inside that I'm saying that just an alert. So there are two places where I'm referring to load the JavaScript. So what it will do in this place, what will happen is it will ignore this part. So this will be ignored, only this will be executed. That's what Javascript.info is saying in the next section, that either you can give a path like this, or you can give a path like a complete URL, because this URL is also a JavaScript. If I will just open this URL in a new tab, you will see that there is some JavaScript over here. That is fine, and you can do like that. But please mention that the benefit of also this benefit we'll discuss. But before that, here this is the section I was discussing about. If you have a source tag and you have another alert tag inside it, then this content is ignored because it will load JavaScript from this file itself. So this could be also be an interview question. So if I have two files like that, what will happen? Which will be executed? That is one thing, right? And then coming to this part, the benefit of a separate file, because here we created a separate file. Then what is the benefit of that? Why will create that? The benefit of that is, if you have this script file and there are multiple files, let's say we have another page for that is about.html, right? So if in both places we are using the same JavaScript, then if you are using it at an external file, then it will be downloaded once and it will be cached. The benefit of having a separate file there is that the browser will download it and store it in the cache, so that other pages can reference to the same script and it will take from cache. It will not be loaded again. So that is the benefit of it. So you got it. It is a performance improvement. So you should always consider having it in an external file, unless it's just a single line of code or two line of code. Then at that point, kind of situation like this, you can keep it here. But usually in a real world application, there will be a lot of files, functions, and everything in JavaScript. So it is always recommended to keep it in an external file in that case. So with this, so we are almost done to this one. This is the summary that we already covered, and you have some task as well to show an alert. So I think you completely got this, because we have a script tag and just an alert. We are showing the alert, and so alert with the external script. So external script will just load to a external file name, and in that external file I'll write the script. For example, in here only I'll write this code, and here I will get rid of this one. So still it will show the alert, because it will load the alert here in index.html. It will say that load every JavaScript that is in the script.js. Then it will come to script.js and it will see that I have this JavaScript over here. So it will load this one. So I hope everything is clear. If you have any doubt, feel free to comment. So with this, we completed the first section of this one. Which one got completed? The completed section is Hello World 2.1, and the next video we'll see 2.2, which is the code structure of it. Thank you for staying connected.